ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this edition of WWE Raw Recap Show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This week's Raw took place at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. Anybody remember that old '80s TV show, Dallas? Are there any Dallas Cowboys fans out there? Um, anyway, this week's Raw, pretty much some more setup to Saturday night's main event and the Royal Rumble. So before I get talking about the show, if you dig what I'm talking about, click that thumbs up button. Also, leave a comment. What you think about this week's Raw? And the two questions I asked before, if any Dallas Cowboy fans or anybody remember the '80s TV show Dallas, hit me up in the comments if you are or are not, or ever watched the old TV show Dallas. Also, give me your opinions on Raw. Did I already say that? Anyway, yeah. Give me your opinions on Raw. And hey, if you don't want to do any of that, just be friendly. Drop a hello. That's always appreciated as well. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. All right, with all that out of the way, let's let her rip. First segment featured Jey Uso. He came to the ring. Uh, Before he can say anything, though, out came Gunther, your WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Um, he pretty much said, "Look, good your thank you for yourself, and you bet on yourself, but how long is that going to last? Is it going to last till Roman Reigns needs you, Sami or Cody needs you?" Uh, and pretty much said he was no more than a mascot. Jey Uso got on the mic and said, "Yeah, I am a mascot. The fans, they're my team and my squad. Um, and after Saturday night's main event, you're gonna put some respect on my name. And oh, by the way, I have main evented WrestleMania. You Gunther have it." And of course, Gunther didn't like that too much. Took a shot at uh, Jey Uso. They started throwing hands a little bit. Jey Uso did get the better of the brawl. So yeah, it's should be a good match between Gunther and Jey Uso. Just don't see how it'll change for that match in particular. All right. Speaking of matches, this brings us to our first match of the night. It is Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston. JBL was the guest commentator for this match. When the New Day came out and said, "Hey, we don't want none of that music no more. Quit playing it." So I'm pretty sure they will probably be getting new interest music probably soon. Anyway, match got on the way. Kofi got a good bit of the advantage of this match. Rey Mysterio started a comeback, teabag Kofi Kingston, but Kingston would uh, come back again. Uh, After that, Rey Mysterio started doing his series of signature moves, got him set up for a 619, but as he hit the rope, Xavier Woods tried to trip him up. Referee saw it, threw him out. But Rey Mysterio was able to connect with a 619. But when he went for that slingshot splash, only thing he got was Kofi Kingston's knees. But in the end, when Kofi Kingston was going for the boom drop, uh, Rey Mysterio was able to cradle him up for the win. Of course, this didn't sit well for the New Day. They attacked Rey Mysterio till the LWO came out, helped them out. But Joaquin Wild kind of got the worst end of it when he was standing outside. New Day pushed him into the post. So going to see some more matches between these two. Should be pretty good. Next up is a segment featuring Sami Zayn. Zayn came out, of course, and he's throwing his hat into the Royal Rumble. Uh, Kevin Owens came out and said, "Hey, look, I believe in you, and I think you're a good person. I think you can win the Royal Rumble." And I'm going to tell you right now, I got your back. They've been friends for a long time, and he kind of hints to where, yeah, I got your back in the Royal Rumble, so I know you'll have my back uh, in his match against Cody Rhodes. So little little wink wink nudge nudge. I'll help you win the Royal Rumble if you help me win my match against Cody Rhodes. That way they can meet at WrestleMania in the main event for the WWE Heavyweight Championship. So little soul searching there for Sami Zayn. Uh, we'll have more Sami Zayn later in the night. Next match of the night is Nia Jax versus Bayley. Nia took over after a pop up headbutt. Pretty much controlled a good portion of the match. Bayley turned things around, hit a suicide dive, and then went at it with Roseanne Perez. Of course, Nia would take back over on Bayley. Bayley, of course, came back, hit some of her signature spots. But in the end, it was a pop up Samoan drop sent on, and Annihilator to win it for Nia Jax. Of course, time to cue the music. Here comes Rhea Ripley. She comes out and goes at it with Nia Jax. Big brawl ensues, and in the end, Rhea Ripley is standing tall, as Jim Ross used to say, and said, "Hey, her Nia, Saturday night's main event. Let's do it." So I do believe that match is also signed for Saturday night's main event. All right, next up, we get another look at Penta as he goes up against Pete Dunn. Uh, Dunn had, took over and had a big portion of this match. Penta came back, hit a Mexican Destroyer, but Pete Dunne would also come, come back as well. Like I said, he got a big portion of the match. Would hit the dead eye for a 2 count. But Penta would make another comeback, hit the what's called the sacrifice now, and that went into the Penta driver for the win for uh, Penta. So two victories now. Um, okay match. Mm, was Penta on his A game? Mm, not really, but crowd seems to get into Penta right now, so things are looking good. All right, next up we got CM Punk does a little uh, promo and talks about he's also dropped his name into the Royal Rumble and said he's going to make history and win the Royal Rumble, and even if he has to face Hulk Hogan himself, and if Hogan gets in there with his dusty ass, he will throw him over and in Hulkamania. Boy, he burnt him. Let me tell you, he really burnt Hulk Hogan. Obviously, a lot of people didn't watch a lot of '80s wrestling when Hulk Hogan was at his peak, when Hulkamania was running wild, because I think everybody said they was going in Hulkamania. Anyway, next up we got Pure Fusion Collective going up against Damage Control. Actually, a pretty good match. So, Baszler and Stark worked over Dakota Kai until she was able to get the hot tag to uh, Io Sky. Io Sky did her thing. Io Sky getting a lot of love from the crowd lately. Um, they got back over on Io Sky for a little bit. Shayna Baszler had the rear naked choke on Io Sky, but she ran to the ropes and kind of, dove through the ropes and caused Baszler to kind of run into the ropes. That would help her break out this hold. Then she would hit the moon over moonsault, or over the moon salt on Shayna Baszler for the win. Like I said, a pretty good match here. Um, I mean, I like EO, and I do dig Pure Fusion Collective. They're a hell of a ladies tag team. All right, that sets up for the main event of the night. It is Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. They start the match out kind of staring at each other. Then they start going at it. Rollins is pushing in the corner, and McIntyre chops Rollins. Rollins chops back. Kind of a little back and forth deal here. Uh, Rollins comes back for a little bit, hits a suicide dive, goes for another one, but this time uh, Drew McIntyre reverses it, throws him to the or belly or over the head, belly to belly onto the table. Uh, Rollins was able to come back, traps McIntyre with the crossface. Uh, Rollins was able, or McIntyre was able to get out of that. A couple of short clotheslines. Then Rollins able to wiggle out of one, catches McIntyre napping with, and rolls him up with that, I guess, jackknife pin combination. That's what it's been called now. For the 1, 2, 3. Of course, Drew didn't like this at all. Started beating up old poor Seth Rollins. Was looking like he was going to kick Seth Rollins' head against a post, but Sami Zayn came out, saved the day. But Drew McIntyre got the better of that ordeal. Put Seth Rollins in the corner and said, "Look, dude, we should be on the same page, buddy. But you're just so damn selfish." Of course, as he was doing that, I guess he sensed Sami Zayn running towards him, moved out of the way, causes Sami to give Seth Rollins the Aluva kick, and that pretty much ends the show. As guess Sami has some apologizing to do. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Come on, let's use some common sense here. Go back to the video. You know he didn't do it on purpose. But anyway, like I said, this wasn't a great Raw, but some pretty good build up to Saturday night's main event, almost like a Saturday night's main event go home show, with them building up to Saturday night's main event. Like I said, the Gunther Jey Uso match should be a pretty good match to watch. Just don't think Jey Uso is going to pull it out. Don't think Triple H is going to survive us or surprise us that big. Said going to get interesting and see what happens to. Of course, the match ain't taking place at the Royal Rumble, but they got a contract signing. Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes for the Royal Rumble match. Wonder if I don't know, Sammy slips up again and gives somebody the hula hoop kick. He's already done that to Reigns, done it to Rollins. Um, we'll definitely see what happens. Uh, Nia Jax against Rhea Ripley. Uh, again, don't see Rhea Ripley losing the championship again this soon. Anyway, but yeah, that's my opinion of this week's Raw. What's your opinions? Like I said, hit me up in the comments. Also, give me that thumbs up button. Basically, repeating everything I repeated before. And also be a champ and hit that subscribe button. Also, because I keep forgetting about this, hit that notification bell as well. That way, when new content is available, you will know so you can go in and watch it. Until next week, folks, have a good one. Take it easy. And until next.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw Recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day when wrestling was wrestling, featuring watch-alongs. That's Wrestling Gold Friday night on Fridays starting at 8 p.m.